Hello, my greatly appreciated patrons. Now, I know I don't make very many of these videos, which are for your eyes only. I think that if I'm making something really meaty and interesting, then I'd like everyone to see it. And if I'm just telling you about how my day has gone, then possibly I'm wasting everybody's time. If you really want to know about how someone's day has gone, there are lots of other YouTubers who will tell you in some detail about just how their days went. I didn't want to start putting out drivel just for the sake of sharing something, but every now and then, yes, every now and then, I have something special to show you, and this is one of those moments. So, taking out of its cardboard, which transported it back from Glastonbury, yes, Glastonbury, meet the mighty sword Arnander. Now, you will be seeing quite a bit of Arnander in the not very distant future, because Arnander is no ordinary sword, at least not to me, because I made Arnander, yes. I actually forged Arnander. I started with a lump of iron and with a forge, you know, with coke in it and a hammer and an anvil. I bashed it quite a lot into this shape. Now, of course, I had help. I had an expert swordsmith on hand to show me just what to do, but I did do about, I don't know, 90% of the work on it. There were a couple of critical stages where he stepped in and went, well, no, I'm doing that bit because I really don't want you to muck it up. But I did pretty much every process, at least to some degree. I think I did about 90% of the donkey work on this. And I have to say that I am very pleased with the result. This English bastard sword, which is has been designed specifically to go with my 1450 plate armour, which is coming along quite nicely. Now, yes, there are imperfections. It's not the world's best sword, although almost everyone who has picked it up so far has gone, ooh, yeah, ooh. It's a bastard sword, and I've balanced it and sized it. I'm really happy with the length of it. This is a really, I think, useful length. So that it is usable in one hand, but it's also pretty handy in two. And yes, there are imperfections. I'll have to show you a close-up of the blade. Wait for it to focus. Come on, focus. You can do it. Come on, autofocus. Come on, autofocus. You can do it. Well, what you've got there, when eventually it comes into focus, there we go, maybe you can see it. Right, that is hammered in scale, and that will not polish out, I'm afraid. So I'm sort of stuck with that. But you do see in museum examples of swords, you see imperfections like that. And it does show you that it's not been ground out by a robot-operated lathe or something from a lump of metal. This has actually been hammered into shape. And it's come out, you know, decently straight, decently useful. I don't have a scabbard for it yet. Possibly I'll be going back and making the scabbard for it another day. Anyway, so I just thought I'd give you a preview of Arnander. And I did take quite a lot of footage of the making of Arnander, all the various stages. So I look forward to editing that for you. Although, don't hold your breath, because I've got an awful lot of other things to edit. So do look out in the not very distant future for videos, for instance, of an amazing live-action roleplay that I did in Poland, based on Downton Abbey. Another thing coming soonish is a video about Western approaches, which was the HQ from which the Battle of the Atlantic was fought in World War II. And I got so much footage that from way back. I shot 17 hours of footage in Malta. What was that, 2 years ago? And I've still only got about 5 videos out of that. There's loads of good footage of archaeological sites, Stone Age ones, for instance, that I really want to show you. But I'm a one-man band, and I'm limited in my capacity to edit stuff. And Arnander feels so good. But unfortunately, I've got an awful lot of things in this room which I could hit, so I better not swing it around. Anyway, so there you go. That's a little preview of the sword, and because I had to show someone. And oh, I've been to Bovington again, so there'll be even more tank videos. And I've still got footage from I've been 3 times now and I've still got footage from my first trip that's unedited. So yes, lots of tank stuff to come. Right, there you go, preview over.